Hey, good morning, Gannaways. I've had my coffee and it's time to start my day the right way with a healthy meal, okay? And show you guys how we cook breakfast the Gannaway, all right? Before we get started, understand this, all right? I process my own food, all right? And I only eat real food. Real people eat real food, okay? Like real men eat real food, yo. Real men do real things, all right? And I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And here's proof to this. I gotta do the dishes. Anyway, so after this video, I'm gonna do the dishes and, you know, my domestic duties, because real men do domestic duties. All right, so let me get to this. All right, this is how we're gonna cook breakfast the Gannaway. We got all the food groups here. All right, we got vegetables, we got protein, eggs, we got bread, carbohydrates. All right, we got fruits. Got some pineapple. We got kiwi. We have fats. Alright, so this is where it's at. And we got salt. Salt is essential. Okay, you know what you don't see here? Sugar. That's something you guys, here's something, your first lesson to learn about cooking with Phil. I don't use sugar in my cooking. So most of the cooking that you're going to see that we're going to share ain't going to be sweet. It's going to be what you call savory. Anyways, keep paying attention. You'll understand that. But I don't eat sugar because it's horrible. Bad teeth, and I'll do a dental hygiene video for you guys very soon because I owe you that, really seriously, to share with you my experience and learning experience with my teeth, so you don't do the same thing I did, because the best thing you guys could do is learn from my mistakes. So here we go. Let's turn all this delicious food into a delicious meal that we can share together. One more thing. Cooking is a labor of love. And it really will communicate. It'll say to the people who you feed with the food that you cook for them and with them, and share with them. To your friends, your family, everyone you know in life that you share with, that you share your life with. The food you share with them will show them how much you care about them and how much you love them. More than most things can. Because food is essential. So, best way to start the day, of course, is with healthy food. Whoa. So let's start. Alright. And as you guys are getting older, you gotta learn how to use all these things yourself. So, all our tools, we have a cutting knife, butter knife, spoon, fork, and let's get busy. Alright. I got a nice big cast iron pan. I like cast iron. You guys will find cooking, especially with men, children, all this. You want to keep it simple. You don't want a lot of mess. Alright, and cast iron works like that. So, watch and learn. Alright, first thing we're going to do, we're going to process some vegetables. Jalapenos. I like jalapenos. I like spices. The more you eat spices, the less spicy they are to you. But while you're cutting jalapenos and your fingers, I'm going to cut the jalapenos first and make sure that I don't touch my face or my eyes or anything else until I wash my hands, other than other vegetables that are going to go into the food. But I'm going to cut these first because the oil from this will burn your eyes. It'll burn your nose if you pick your nose. And Gannaways tend to pick their nose a little bit. Sorry guys, it's a habit you might have to unlearn. Hopefully you're not doing it. Don't pick your nose. You pick your friends, don't pick your nose. You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose. Don't pick your friend's nose. Yeah, that's how it goes. Alright, anyways, back to real things. So here's your jalapenos. Alright, don't cut jalapenos and pick your nose, that's for sure. And I'm going to start processing these now. Once I touch them, I got jalapeno oil on my hands. So it's all stuck. You can't see it. It's invisible, but it will burn. You'll know it's there if you touch your eyes or your nose. No touchy. Alright. And I got to get out all the seeds. And I'm going to do that really carefully. How I know how to do it, because I've been using a knife for a long time. And I'm going to put them in the compost bin, because we don't waste anything. We compost here. And I don't like putting food in the trash, because it makes for a rotten, yucky smell in the house. Blech. And you know, it's just gross. So anyway, so I keep all the food out of the trash, and you know what? Mother Nature wants it back. That's how she's going to replenish herself from the food that she gave us, because Mother Nature gave us all this delicious food, you know, we took out of the earth. And, oh, let me tell you guys, I washed everything first. Just so you know, everything's wet and washed, alright? Because you have to wash your vegetables, okay? And usually I wash fruits and vegetables with baking soda. I'll show you that with the fruits, because I only wash the vegetables so far. But we're gonna wash the fruits together. All right. So let me get going. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these on a paper plate, because I don't want to use a cutting board and all that. Paper plates are good. You recycle them, they go back into the earth. It's just paper. It's just trees milled down, smushed up, and flattened out, and there you go. Paper plates. So, skin side down. I'm cutting them. I'm keeping my fingers away from the blade, and I keep my fingers like this so that I'm not going to cut my fingers off. Okay? And I can hold the vegetable. If I do it like this, oh goodness, I'm turning the knife upside down. It's so dangerous. I might cut my fingers off. Don't do that. You keep your fingers like this if you want to keep your fingers, okay? And I want to keep my fingers. I have a lot of things to do with them other than pick my nose. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip them over. I cut them one way. I'm going to bunch them together. I'm just going to cut them another way. You guys will see me doing this a lot, so get through this. That's called dicing, I think. Yeah, dicing it up. Look like little dice, like little cubes. Alright, same thing on the other one. Now I'm always remembering I got jalapeno oil on my fingers, and I don't want to get in my eyes, and I bunch them up. The skin is the hardest part to cut on things. Always is. So I want to make sure that I don't have the stuff sticking together, like these are all sticking together. So I'm going to make sure I cut the skin. So I got all those. Now I want to put those in my veggies. And then I got these onions. Okay, onions are, there's all different kinds of onions, alright, so. And some people might say, ooh, those are floppy, soggy onions, and alright. Well, let me show you something. I'll remove those parts, give them back to Mother Nature. That part, back to Mother Nature. That part, back to Mother Nature. Because, you know, Mother Nature and God, the good God, give us everything that we need, food and oxygen and good clean water. Alright, and then I'm going to cut these up. Onions. 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 I like all different kinds of onions, 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 and I like spice. And I'll take all that back to Mother Nature. Back to Mother Nature's pot. Make sure it all looks fresh and green. Fresh and green, cut off the roots. Sometimes you eat the roots. Like potatoes are roots and carrots are roots, you know. But sometimes you don't eat the roots. And so I cut off the roots of most vegetables. They're kind of tough, most roots. Whoop. And the same thing, I'm going to cut it one way, and then I'm going to cut it a different way to get tiny little pieces. Dice it up. Chop it up. I think these are chopped, these are diced, because they look like little dice, like little cubes of little dice of vegetables. Alright, and so now we have some flavor and some aromatics. Okay? And all that is going to go on the eggs. And you guys don't have to eat the spice if you don't like it. We can keep out any of that, but at least the onions got to go in there. You have to have a balanced breakfast and vegetables. Okay. So here we go. That's all done up, and show you guys timing is everything. So we got our vegetables, and we got our fats. I like butter. I like animal fat, animals, and we process animal fat best, I think. And I think science says that in all the studies. So I'm going to take a nice little healthy dollop of fat. Good old butter, and I'm going to put it in the cast iron pan. Cast iron loves fat. Okay. And fat, since it's a cooking lesson, I got to grab something from one of the best cooks that has ever existed. The fat is where the flavor's at. Mm-hmm. You'll learn that in other parts of life. Okay. So now we have our vegetables. We have our fats in the pan, heating up. Whoa, gotta get to the eggs. I better hurry up before I brown that butter up. Okay, I'm gonna crack my eggs. Oop. Oop, I got a little jalapeno seed in there. I'm gonna put it back for Mother Nature. Eggs in the bowl. Oh, there's a little shell. Let me get it out, little shelly. You ain't allowed in the eggs. Shell back to Mother Nature. Calcium chases away bugs. And calcium is also really good for people, so diet and all that. Boop. Pop it in there. Cracking the egg. I'm going to show off a little bit for you guys. Something you could do with eggs. We're going to throw it all in because we eat it all. Sometimes you want to use them separately. You can do that. Separate the yolk if you need to. We'll do stuff with that. So 3, 4 eggs. I'm going to go with 5 eggs. I eat 5 eggs. Okay? And you see, I got a lot of vegetables for that. I eat 5 eggs. Oop. Separated the white from the yolk. No yolk, man. It's no yolk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I know. I can count the yolks. And that's no joke. Okay. Oh, I can hear my butter sizzling, so I better hurry. Okay. Salt in the eggs. Salt on the veggies. It's going to draw out some moisture and soak in some salt to them and make them more tasty. Alright, and salt's good. You want to have salt. You just have to have the right kind. Alright. Scrambling and scrambling and scrambling and mix. Scrambling and scrambling and scrambling and mix. Scrambling and scrambling and mix. Every civilization. I think every civilization. Eggs are a big part of breakfast. Most civilizations. Almost every. That's very. But I think that most civilizations, eggs are very essential. They're nice and scrambled, a nice yellowy mix. You guys can't see the yolks anymore. I don't know how, or you couldn't tell how many eggs are in there, but there's 5 eggs because I counted the yolks before scrambling. Okay, they're going in, and I'm going to put my jalapenos in first because I like them spicy, but not too spicy. And the heat will take out a little spice. So the butter's sizzling, it's browning, and then go the jalapenos. Okay? And the jalapenos is going to cook for a minute. I don't want them to cook too much. I just want them to get their oil, because the oil's a hot part of that, out. And I'm going to put a little more butter on it, because I see they already soaked up my butter. And I'll pan around to this in just a second. Alright, so I put a little more butter in there for those. I left the onions out, because I want the onions to be fresher and greener, and I want that flavor. Gotta be careful. So boom. Got that going on. Eggs are scrambled. Got my spoon. And let's get to the eggs. Okay. Just stir these around and saute them a little bit. Okay. When you guys are tall enough, you can use the stove. Maybe we'll do some campfire cooking. But you generally leave the hot stuff to me until hold her arm around. We can do this together. When you guys are around, I'm around. We do it together. I hope you're doing it with your moms because I know that your mothers can cook at least a few good dishes. Right. So that's sauteing. And I wanted to teach them teach you how to cook the best dishes. Like Abraxas, your mother's rice, and Brisbane, your mother's hummus. Okay. Okra rice. Okay, so toast. I'm gonna toast 2 pieces of bread. I'm gonna eat 4 pieces of bread. You know what? I'm gonna eat 5 pieces of bread. Oh my, 5 pieces. 5 eggs. 5 eggs, 5 pieces of bread. There we go. That's balanced for you, 5 and 5. Give these another stir as they're sauteing. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. Okay. You can see they're getting softer a little bit. Alright guys, so I know now they're a little cooked. Just a little, and that's all I want. I don't want them too cooked. And I turn the heat up a little bit and we're going to hear a little sizzle. I'm going to drop in the eggs. I'm going to try not to, as I drop in the eggs, I'm going to try not to move around the vegetables. So watch how I'm doing this. Because I want them to be, I want the vegetables to be where they are, evenly around. Food tastes better when it looks better. Alright, I'm turning the heat up because these are cold eggs. But you can see, boom, alright. So, the eggs held the vegetables to the bottom where I wanted them. As I poured it in, there's a little trick. There are tricks to cooking. You just have to learn them. One of my tricks is I rinse all my dishes immediately, as you can hear in the background. Because then I don't get sink soup. I don't like old food in my garbage, and I don't like old food in my sink. It attracts bugs and it stinks. So here we go. Okay, so I got that clean. Drying it off with my shirt, my clean shirt that I put on today. Alright. Well, here I got a clean, very clean Band-Aid. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off. I rinse that off. And I got my pan heated up, just couldn't hot enough. So it was cooking the eggs immediately, and that keeps it from sticking to the pan. You want a hot pan. Now I'm just gonna keep on pulling in the eggs to the middle. And make a mountain of eggs. And all the uncooked eggs will flow off the mountain, back into the pan, and cook. You don't want to overcook eggs, and you don't want to undercook eggs. Okay? You definitely don't want dry, yucko eggs. I'm going to turn down the heat. You know it's cooking. Alright, and I got the heat turned down. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to put on a lid, and I'm going to put on my salted onions. And cast iron is great because it keeps hot. It's going to stay hot. You be careful. Don't you ever touch a cast iron pan after it's done cooking, because it's not like other pans. The cast iron stays really hot. So I turned off the fire, but this is going to stay so hot that you're going to see we're going to come back. You see how fresh those onions are? And crisp. They're going to be cooked. Let me trap it in that heat. It's in there. Alright, so there goes the plate. I got 2 plates, one on top of one. There goes the first plate. First plate's gone. It's got onions on it. It's used for the vegetables, even though they were clean. You don't want to keep on using the same surfaces to cut, so I gotta teach you good practices in the kitchen. Alright, everything's about best practices. Alright, and that is 2 eggs. Go back in the fridge. Boom. They gotta stay nice and cold. Alright, eggs are back in the fridge. I am a big fan of Munster cheese. So, if you like cheese, and I just looked at the cheese, I said, oh man, I love cheese so much. I love adding cheese to everything. I wasn't going to have cheese in this breakfast. I'm adding cheese in this breakfast. And, hey, you need some dairy. And I like Munster cheese. It is my favorite. I call it monster cheese. It's got the orange edge. Oh yeah. And I'm going to throw that on there, and you're going to see too. You see I put it on, and it's... keep the heat off. I don't want to overcook the eggs. I'm going to put that on there, and you see it's going to melt. Alright? Because the cast iron keeps heat. Now remember, don't ever touch that. Alright? Putting everything that's got to be refrigerated back in the refrigerator. Taking everything that's got to be used out of the refrigerator. So I have some salsa that I made the other day. I always make my own salsa in the house, like I said. I'll process my own food. Thank you. It comes to this house in a jar. Alright? That's just leftover, but that's good. Gotta get that done. Now, kiwis. I love kiwis. I like kiwis. I'm gonna have 3. I like odd numbers. Maybe I'm an oddball. Anyways, playing with words there. Alright, kiwis I want to put back in the fridge. I like keeping kiwis cold in the fridge and fresh. We eat fresh food, we eat real food. Boom, boom, boom. Power through it, dude. You can hear I'm wetting it now. I'm going to show you. There's the mulch bowl. I'm going to pour a little bit of my kiwis. I'm going to pour a little bit of baking soda on them. I'm going to take them over to the sink real quick and rub them down with that baking soda and then wash that off. And that's how I know I got most of the bad stuff off of the fruits, because they put a lot of yucky poison on the fruit, on the outside of it, to keep bugs from eating the inside of it, so you can have it. So it's, and there's different ways they do it and different things, and I don't want to eat those things, I want to eat the fruit, okay? So, the best way to get it off is with baking soda. Yeah, I got baking soda. Baking soda does more than baking, maybe baking soda. It cleans everything. And the best cleaning for fruit. So I got some baking soda, I'm cleaning that off. Whew. Don't want soap on the fruit. I don't want no soap on the fruit, so you know. Okay, multiple out of the way, boom, boom, boom. On to the next plate, the fruit plate. And now that I cleaned it off really well, I can eat the skin, because I like eating the fuzzy skin. But you guys don't, if you guys don't, I'll cut it off for you. But I'm just gonna cut these edges off. Ooh, that's so fresh and so green. I'm gonna cut off the top and the bottom where it attaches to the tree, and where it has it, and at its other end, because those are a little tough. They're a little tough to chew. Sometimes I'll eat them, but the skin is good enough for me. And cut them into these off, give them back to Mother Nature, give them back to Mother Nature. And I'll cut up the fruit into little bite-sized pieces. Oh, I heard it ding. I'm looking at the toast. And that's not toasty enough. Alright, toast going back in for another little bit. And I'd rather underdo it than overdo it with the toast. You know what I mean? You know, no one likes burnt toast. And if we have burnt toast in the house, I eat it. You guys don't get the burnt toast. So that helps me be motivated not to make anybody burnt toast. Alright, ask your brothers about that. I've been doing that role for a while. Oh, I'm going to put the bread away too. Bread can stay out, but I'm just going to put it away because I'm going to use it later for croutons. It's the ends. We don't waste anything in this house, if you can see. It either goes to eat or back to Mother Nature. And that's pineapple from a few days back. That's what's left. It's looking good and sweet. You can see where it gets sweeter. It goes from being real white and unripe to that dark, juicy, sugary color. Those are the sugars you're going to get in this house. So enjoy them when you get them. I'm going to re-rinse that bowl out a little bit because there was a lot more pineapple in there and it left a little extra dry juice on the side. Buttoned up, nice and clean. I got that bandana that I cleaned for wipes. That's what we use in this house. Cotton bandanas to wipe down things. Okay. Because I don't like eating plastic. You'll notice there's not a lot of plastic in this kitchen. I got the kiwis cut up into bite-sized pieces for me. And cut them up more for you guys. Now I'm going to cut up the pineapple into same size pieces. I want same size. That's something that people like. There's uniformity in their cooking. The same size. And I always makes fruits and a lot of veggies taste better is lemon juice. And so this is nice and clean. I'm going to put some lemon juice in there first. Make sure no seeds get in there. I don't bust my teeth on seeds. Okay. Put a little bit more. I'm going to put more lemon juice because it never hurts. It's gonna make it taste fresher. And lemon juice is really good for your digestion. One thing we do in this house is we practice food medicine. Food is medicine. So you only eat real food. Bad food is poison, just like medicine. Okay, you'll learn this. Okay, my sisters, your aunties, are both doctors, and they're pretty good doctors at what they do. All right, fruit into the fruit container. I'm going to squeeze out some more lemon juice. I'm going to squeeze it on the plate so I can catch any seeds that fall out before they get in there because I don't want to pick through them or lose any teeth. Young man, I tell you, from eating sugars, I made my teeth weak in the past and I've lost them. I've made my teeth stronger from good practice, but you only got for your teeth. You only get, a certain amount of teeth. Alright, and I got this bowl. I already threw that out. There's like no seeds in this. How wonderful. There's like no seeds in this. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice to the salsa. And you know why? I made it a few days ago. So the salsa has really gotten really good and soaked into itself and all the flavors is mixed. And the lemon juice is gonna freshen it up. Okay, there's nothing in this house. Okay, so I have this. Dirty dishes, get a little rinse. Right into the sink. Oh, you got your fresh fruits. Alright, you got your freshy salsa. Lemon juice. Every time I use lemon juice, you guys, food is medicine. Alright, I'm gonna take, you guys are gonna see me doing this and rub it on my skin, and always, especially on my face. Okay? And it lightens my hair and makes it real nice and soft. Okay? And it makes my beard a little softer. Okay? It's proven to be really good for the skin because it gets rid of bad bacteria, and you just don't wipe. I don't wipe it in my eyes. But I like using lemons on all my skin because it gets rid of the bad bacteria. And it helps condition my skin. Okay. So I'm going to use this lemon in a little bit later in my water. Watch it. Squeeze it out right now. Get it done. Okay. And I can see if any seeds fall in the water. Okay. So I've used every bit of that lemon. It freshens up the water, and drink with lemon water. It turns your digestive tract on. It turns on your stomach, so it can do its best work in digestion. Okay. We got fruits. We got salsa. Alright, I don't think I need my cutting instrument anymore. So I'm especially going to clean that off. Use knives a lot in the kitchen. I only have a couple knives. And so I always clean them off immediately. I clean them, put all the food, let them dry off. Toast is still toasting. Oh, I didn't have it up high enough. Oh man. That's why I need you guys' help in the kitchen so you can point out what I'm doing wrong. The butter's going to go away. Even though you can keep butter out if you want to keep it soft for spreading on food. You just have to keep it covered so the bugs don't get on it. Alright, so first meal of the day, kiwi, lemon, and pineapple. Alright, delicious. Woo! That toast is done, and I'll show you in a minute. Oh, what I tell you guys, it kept it real hot, and it cooked the onions and melted the cheese. We'll plate that up in a second. Alright, put the baking soda back on top of the fridge where it belongs. Okie dokie. Ooh, I always save rubber bands. They're very useful. Alright. And I'm going to rinse off these things that I use to cook, so I can use them to eat. I don't like making a whole bunch of dishes. Well, I should make extra dishes. Alright, but I do like eating on real plates. And I got some beautiful real plates that your Unc Chuck, he's your unofficial Unc, well he's your Unc Chuck, his mommy Laura gave to me, and we use them all the time. Alright, sometimes we use paper plates to eat, but so I'm going to wipe off cooking surface. And I use alcohol. In the house. Clean, disinfect, rinse everything out. Now. Tissue. Got the food bowl. Get that off of there. Okay, I'm gonna wipe down this whole area before I plate out the food. I'm gonna eat it. I got a little eating spot over there. I'll show you guys the whole place later on today. I got you guys a great apartment for when we get back together. It's a great learning environment. It's cozy, and I got a bigger one steadied up, ready for the future when you guys actually get here. Throw that out in the garbage. Throw the garbage in the garbage. Throw the food in the compost outside. Clean the compost bucket. In the sink. Wash my hands. I got towels around to dry. Okay. Oh my God. That's nice and clean and sanitized. Toast is toasty enough for me. I like it brown, but it's crunchy. And that's what's important. Okay? And I gotta put that toaster on the wall. I gotta put a shelf. I just got that. That's my breakfast. And this is more than enough, guys. I'm gonna eat all this and be super stuffed. I wish you guys were here to share this with me. I have more than this. So, I take the bandana. Remember, I'm going back to the cast iron pan. That thing ain't cooled down yet. It's still melting the cheese and doing a little cooking for us. So as I stepped away and finished getting the rest of the meal ready. And so I folded up my bandana so it's nice and thick. I'm putting it on the handle. Grab the handle. Okay. So grab the handle, and the handle ain't hot, so I grab that and I won't burn myself. I don't want to burn myself. I'll be having to use all the energy I get from the food to heal the burn. Okay. I want this energy for the day. Try to plate that up as nice as possible. And, oh, I knocked my toast off. Oh, forgive me, 5-second rule. Forgive me, 5-second rule. Okay? For me. So if you guys drop food, you pick it up real quick and blow it off. And I'll switch my food out for your food. Okie dokie. That's done. Let me get all the little bits and pieces. Scrape it too much. It's actually not so hot. I can hold it. It is hot. I'll tell you this right now. It's still not cooled down, but it's not hot enough to cook my hand. But it's very hot. All out, all served up. Rinse the pan real quick while everything isn't stuck to it. Bolts out. Everything's cleaned up. Cleaned up. I got this. I got that. Oh, I got my salsa. It's all soaked nice and yum, 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 yum. Get a nice clean bowl. Because it's going to be hard to scoop out of there. Pouring it all in there. I'm leaving all the juice. Because I like the juice. The juices are essential in life. And that's breakfast. That's the breakfast the Gannaway. I got to rinse this out. Alright, and that's got everything but sugar. Alright, guys. I love you guys. And soon enough, we'll be sharing these kinds of meals together. And until then, now you know how I cook these kinds of meals for me and you. Till next time. Love you.